Well, we head back up to the start then for the men's varsity 8 second level final and a look at the field: Navy, Northeastern, Princeton, Syracuse, Boston, and Penn. So the men's varsity third 8 second final.
The Tigers over there in lane 2, right next to the other crew with a lot of orange, Syracuse in lane 3. A lot of yellow boats, so not any distinction there, but you can tell by the colors and the blades who's who, even if the lane numbers aren't the same as the program.
And a quick start across the board in the stroke seat for Navy: Hollenbach; for Northeastern, Kane.
Princeton's at 47. Those were rates that you only used to see out of lightweight crews. This is a 44 for Syracuse right next to them. There's a great shot of Northeastern charging through the first 200 meters of the course at 43 strokes a minute. Probably a third of a length from first to sixth in this race right now. So not a lot of advantage to be gained no matter how hard you work in the start. This is power against power. The challenge now is to get your boat speed close enough to whoever the leader is that you have a shot at it in the final 500 meters. And we're going to see how that plays out when we go over to Fred on the water at 500. What are you seeing? Anything here, Colleen?
Yeah, just a good charge from Princeton, right? The orange blades of Syracuse just next to them, the black and orange from Princeton. Fred, we'll go straight to you. Looks like Princeton's on the move.
Yeah, exactly. Good morning again. It's the Tigers taking 2 seats away from the orange here. And then you go over to the far side. It's Pennsylvania running in third. And then it's really anybody's guess between the next crews: Northeastern, Boston, and Navy. So the Tigers getting the best of Syracuse right now. And we'll see how that holds up as we're in the about 750 in. Again, nice and controlled, great conditions. Crews leaning on it. The Tigers really wanting to get out. They're putting a big push right here. You can sense the energy from our launch. They're just putting some extra mustard on that end of the oar, and they've got almost 7-8 seats now on Syracuse. But in the middle of the field, I think Boston, check that. Boston is taking a big press, and they've come up to challenge Pennsylvania. So a good move by Boston at the 750 mark, and they would be running in third now. Passing the 1,000, it's still the Tigers, but Pennsylvania pushing hard on the inside there. And lane 6, you got to keep your eye on them. Boston challenging Syracuse. See if they can come up and get their bow up a little bit further on the orange. And after that, it falls back to the pack. They're all evenly matched. Can Pennsylvania challenge Princeton for the lead? I'm not sure. They've got to get their rating up a little bit here with 750 to go. And I think they are. I think Penn is pressing right now. I got 37 for Penn. 36 for the Tigers. And Syracuse is starting to light it up. They realize they're running out of water. Big 4 that Syracuse boat took a look over his shoulder at the Princeton stern and told his mates, let's go. So back to you, Dave and Colleen.
Yeah, thanks very much, Fred. What a thrilling race this one has been, and a good one certainly for Princeton. But sneaky move there from about halfway from Pennsylvania.
Really, really brave middle of the course move, because that's, you really have to work hard to hold that up. They moved themselves right up into contention for the lead spot. There's been an answer by both Syracuse and Princeton, but those three have separated from the pack a little bit.
Yeah, and a great overhead shot then, with the clear leader Princeton then out just about a length or so, with Syracuse running alongside them and over on the far side, still keeping an eye on Pennsylvania, who just had that great punch at about halfway and has been able to carry that momentum through. Those three starting to separate from the rest of the field.
Princeton's still throwing down some serious puddles over in lane 2. They really are using power to their advantage. Coming up, you can see the crowd on the beach and the far side. So they're coming into that final 200 meters of the course. It's Princeton, Syracuse, and Pennsylvania in that order right now. Whether they hold that order, we'll know in a few seconds.
And what an effort from Penn there at the end to capture third in this final two for the men's third varsity.
BU, Navy, Northeastern. Well, that's what we expect at the national championships. These races keep getting better and better, more and more parity, very tight. Next up will be the men's third varsity 8 final one, the championship